What's
Welcome to
going
another
on?
episode of the whole last show.
This motherfucker.
Yep.
God damn.
I'm right cheek, aka Kevin.
Whatever. This is Left Cheek, aka Dustin.
In case y'all forgot about us, I
Yeah.
know we've been gone for a little bit, but
Yeah, just a little
we're
bit.
back. We're back.
Just a little bit.
We're back. All right. Listen,
What?
we were just scrolling through,
And
right?
what happened?
As we do,
When?
and we found
What?
Webby again. We never lost him.
No.
We just been busy with other stuff.
Life?
Life,
Sick?
K-pop,
Help?
Iran,
Made?
bandmate,
There we go.
Nemophila.
Number 4. Honey bear.
Yeah,
Nah,
and
we've been all over the place.
Yeah. So we've been all over the place. Okay, we know that our boy Webby is still shadow banned on YouTube.
Yeah, but you
He's
know
shadow realmed, but it doesn't matter. People
No.
still exist.
what? Exactly.
Okay, he can still exist in the shadow realm.
And
all
we
right, just
like it
just like
raw.
us, because it happens to us every time we react to anything Webby. It gets pushed out of the way, and it's like nope, none of that comes out. But we don't care. We still like Chris Webby. We still like his message. We still like his bars. Anything that he puts out is still really, really good. This greatly mature version of Webby, and I'm talking too much again, but
Back to the Shadow Band verse.
yeah, right. Back to the shadow verse. The shadow
Band verse.
Yeah. But this is Chris Webby, and it is his
Raw Thoughts
Raw Thoughts 7. Or VII. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. That's worse than me saying it
I know.
slaps.
I know that's for yeah, but that's for the young people though, because they don't do
I'm
Roman
trying to stay
numerals.
connected.
I know, but they don't do Roman numerals. So
Oh,
they
God,
just go,
that
"What's
is right.
VII?"
Oh my God, you saying that is actually kind of ironic. I was at the shop and someone said, "Yo, what is a stick shift?" I'm like, "Excuse me." No, I'm being dead ass serious. Dead ass serious. She literally asked me, "What is a stick shift?" I'm like, "What?" It's a clutch pedal, a brake pedal, gas pedal, and a shifty gears. And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." I was like, "Oh wow,
Oh my God.
2021 and up,
Oh
any
my
theft,
All
stick
right.
shift."
All right, Chris Webby, Raw Thoughts 7. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Well,
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you.
here we go again.
Oh, here we go. Back to the Shadow Band verse.
Once upon a time in our rewritten history, 13 bloodlines rose to power wickedly. They came from ancient lands with depravity and vices, like usury and rape and ritual sacrifices. They worshipped evil gods, but they kept the secrets hidden as they infiltrated and hijacked other religions. They conquered other countries and they printed all the money while they plotted on a plan for the control of everybody. And here we are now, still on the same path, with the devil in the details. You could do the math. Only God's got the map with the one road back. On the human racetrack, we passed the last lap with your pedophiles and Illuminati puppets operating in the shadows like roaches evading justice, subliminally teaching the wicked ways to the public, whether we knew it or not. Now we're all a product of it. See, they
Oh, so is he talking about? Is he talking about whenever, like the kingdoms and stuff like that?
He's talking
Yeah,
about
like how they came over and they went all over places, brought the religion and everything.
No. He's talking about from the very beginning.
That's what I'm saying.
He's talking about from the very beginning, how this group of people got together and basically just
Created a god, created all this, and
not
pillaging.
created, but because everything was already created, but they manipulated and distorted.
There we go.
Manipulated and distorted ideas and ideals and religions and just everything just to fit them, just to fit their purpose and their greed and their, just their narrative. That's where he's starting from, like that's why we obviously talk about the Illuminati and, I know, right? Well, we're going to get banned anyways. So it's fine. It's fine.
Mic drop.
It's fine, right? But that's what he's talking about, because there is I think personally that there is such a group of people like that. Not that it's called the Illuminati, but that
A group of people
there
to
are
control
a group
everything.
of people that do control everything. Maybe not the outcomes, but that control the plan to direct them to such outcomes. Because nobody can really predict the future. You can only guide it to your direction. especially when you have the money and the resources to guide it in the direction that you wanted to go, because you can't say what's going to happen like 2 years from now. The only thing you can do is set it on a path and direct that entire path to get it to lead to where you want it to. But when you have, like I said, the money and the resources to do with that, you do, like, you can.
Do you think that might be part of the whole speak it into existence?
No.
Really?
No.
Because what if we're
No,
what
'cause
if we're
speaking-
just an alien
No,
project?
because speaking into existence is more like manifesting it to yourself, so that it kind of keeps you, like, I guess, like, on a path, but stuff still gets thrown your way that kind of misdirects you from it. When you have people like, like these old families, right, that have the money, have the resources, they have the power to manipulate, to manipulate their outcome the way that they want to because of something that they came up with. That's different. They have that type of power and that type of pull and money
To make things eventually go.
Yep, to make to make it go how they want it to. Now, it may not be on the exact timeline, but it ends up in the same outcome that they wanted to in the end. It may take a little bit longer, it might come a little bit sooner, but regardless of what, they have that to keep that car going steady down that same road. All they're doing is building the road straight to where they want it to be.
I know what you mean.
If that makes any sense.
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Whereas with us, like, not people without, like with us, like people without, we have to go through all the twists and turns. Sometimes, like, we have to go off road a little bit to get back on that road, whereas they don't. They just go, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what we want to do. Let's build that road. And then they just build it straight. Now, it just depends on how long it takes them to build that straight road. For us, we have to go through all the winds and turns, and you know what I mean.
We got to cut the grass first.
Yeah, yeah. Like, we got to clear out some trees, like to get it through that road. They don't do any of that. They don't have to do any of that.
Machetes.
But damn it, Webby.
Teaching the wicked ways to the public, whether we knew it or not. Now we're all a product of it. See, they desecrated nature and set fire to the wilderness. Filled us with their poison and they wired us for sinfulness. Stole our ancient knowledge and left us broken and ignorant. Then stole our sons and daughters and fed on the stolen innocence. They groomed our behavior and turned us on our neighbors. Took away our promise and offered us false saviors. But something's gotta give when you're ruled by the takers. And in the end, us and them will meet the same maker. So I dedicate the song to those who lost their life and paid the price to tell the truth for what they thought was right. Those who up against the odds answered for the call to fight. And now it's time that the fucking darkness is brought to light. Don't get distracted. It's time to load this chamber and aim at the head of the monster now. So go and grab a slice of Pizzagate. John Podesta's here to serve.
Oh, no. Can we even play this? Can we
We're gonna play this. I don't care.
No. What I'm saying, are they going to allow us to play this?
I mean, we'll see what happens.
Grab a slice
I
of gate.
already know what this is. This is just from this alone and him talking. This is like the files, the redacted files that
This is his version.
that's kind of pointless to, like, we're gonna put out millions of pages of these files, but
It's crazy how
you
they
can't
have that
read
many
'em.
pages.
But you can't read them.
Yeah.
They're completely
Yeah.
like they're almost unreadable. You know what I mean? And that's what they keep hanging over people's heads. Like, anytime something happens, they go, "Oh, we're gonna release some more files," and then, like,
We got another page.
yeah, and then, like, the other thing dies away, and then all of a sudden they don't want to talk about the files anymore. You know what I mean? Like, something big happens, and then they go, "Oh, no, we have some more files," and then people are like, "Oh yeah, give us the files, and then
The files. Oh, gas prices.
And then once they do their little trick over on this side, all of a sudden the files are gone, or they're like completely redacted, like where they're unreadable. They'll have like words like of, and, I, you, like that's it. That's all you can read. So I like this already. I'm enjoying this already. Let me do a little right there.
All right. I ain't gonna grab a plate, but
Aim at the head of the monster now. So go and grab a slice of Pizzagate. John Podesta's here to serve you each a plate. Tony's pouring fresh adrenochrome you really need to taste. And Barack bought the hot dogs for over 60K. In just a single day, that's what our taxes went to pay. Careful though, he'll take you paddleboarding if you tell his secrets. And stay away from his husband, she's meaner than he is. And Bill Gates is over there with a syringe and gloves, cause he likes to vaccinate the kids before he drinks their blood. And who's that chewing on a pineal gland? Oh, that's just Hillary with all that frazzle drip on her hands. That's red-handed. And there's Bill with jizz on his pants. Galena wipe the stains when her plane from Israel lands. So someone grab the spirit cooker if you looking for the gravy.
Bruh.
Abramovich, who was not a witch. Well, maybe. And Gaga don't drink the goo-goo from little babies. That's crazy. She's honestly a really nice lady. And
Who did he say? Gaga? He's talking about Lady Gaga? Oh, shit. I love how he says, talking about Hillary, how she's, meaner than he is. Yeah, and Bill Gates is over there with a syringe and gloves because he likes to vaccinate the kids before he drinks the blood.
Yeah, not just that. I got my own. Okay.
Look,
I know.
We both feel the same way about a lot of this stuff.
I know, because this is like,
And this goes back to the group of people he's referencing in the beginning of this video.
yeah, because Bill Gates is doing a lot of. Oh man, he's doing a lot of stuff.
Well, did you hear about his wife?
Genetic modified potatoes and oh god, there's so much to talk about. Not enough time.
Well, all I'm gonna say is his ex-wife went on the air about why she left, and the people he was involved with, and the people that she didn't like him being involved with.
Oh, there's just not enough time in the world for this. There really isn't. There's not enough time in the world to talk about all of this and like how I feel about like modifying our food and like the kind of chemicals that he keeps coming up with to inject into them for population control, really.
Yeah.
COVID. He masks it as an alternative food source, but it's not an alternative food source. It's really just to control population, to get people to not be able to have kids anymore. Like, see that, like, it's too much.
Not live as long either.
Yeah, so let's just not. Yeah. Let's just keep enjoying Chris Webby and his truth. Okay. All right.
look, it's Kevin Spacey right off the set of a movie. He shot in his basement with a child and George Clooney. Weinstein funded it, Spielberg directed it, and Bono made the music and sang at a kid's benefit. And George H.W. Bush is pulling the car up with every man in his family, even Barbara. Ellen's on the way from Diddy's house with Sean Carter. Cause here at Comet Ping Pong, the club is what you're part of. Oprah's on the way, but she'll be late. She's stuck in human traffic. We'll just have to film the sacrifice and show it to her after.
You know why I said that, right?
Yeah.
So there's a thing where she's got that school out in Africa.
Mm-hmm. I've heard.
Okay.
I
don't need to say anymore.
What else did you hear?
No. Let's just keep it pushing.
All right. Y'all do your own research.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Like I talk about all of this all the time, and it drives me nuts. That
no one cares.
That's the thing. Like it's a sickening feeling when you see the truth of the world for what it really is, but you feel like you're the only one. Even if you have like a core group of people that share the same views as you, you're made to feel you're made to feel like you are one of the crazy ones for seeing it for how it is. And like the majority just kind of look at you weird, or they don't want to join in a conversation because they either don't want to be informed or don't want their vision of what their world is to be destroyed either. They don't want their image of the world to be destroyed by someone else. Kind of like when some kids like take to heart take bad to heart when they're told that Santa Claus isn't real. Some people want to still believe that Santa Claus is real. Like some kids react to a certain, like, for example, let's just use kids. If you tell a kid, hey, Santa Claus isn't real, like one kid might be like, yeah, I knew that. Another kid might be like, what? No, I don't believe you. You're lying. And then they run off and tell their mom, like, hey, so-and-so told me that Santa Claus isn't real. And then now that parent has to go and lie some more to keep that image alive, to keep that lie truth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people just don't want to, and it sucks, for people that do see the world for how it is, like to just kind of sit in this bubble.
Well, I don't see nothing wrong with in a harmless fantasy.
Well,
I know what you meant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
100% I do. I understand fully.
Okay, let's go.
Webby.
On the way, but she'll be late. She's stuck in human traffic. We'll just have to film the sacrifice and show it to her after. Go and throw it on a lacy driver. Don't be losing that shit. Where's Anthony Weiner's computer? I thought that Huma had it. Just relax. Take a nap with that guy in the Biden mask. Even if they catch us, we'll be fine. Just give it time to pass. Jeffrey's got our back. This shit is under control. Cause he reports directly to the people running the show. Well, gee, who could that be? What a mystery. Even with the evidence, there's not a single hint to see. And these conspiracies have been mistaken all along. So I guess we'll never know just what is really going on. But before you call it anti-Semitism,
Instead of Israeli?
Israeli.
Yeah,
is really going on?
Yeah. What is really going on? What is really going on? Oh, I gotta. No, I'll talk to you about it afterwards.
All
But I got something to show you.
Okay.
All right. This documentary. All right. Ooh. Hopefully you guys are on the same boat as us if you're watching Webby. If you actually follow Webby, like, especially like, recently or like just in general, hopefully you guys are on the same boat as us and like have the same, at least like opinions or, sort of along the same line of thoughts as us. But yeah.
try to listen and think how I said those families infiltrated religions. At the head of every snake is a servant of Satanism. Shit, the Vatican been human trafficking since the beginning. But one little country has become their seat of power, where they plot on pandemics and wars and twin towers. Babylonian Talmudism has been the recipe, and they've been sacrificing the fucking children for centuries. And they don't give a fuck about us. We're just goy, cattle, subhuman, only here to be destroyed and extorted and abused and ruled over with lies. Don't forget, guys, they're our greatest allies. Oh man, this song is gonna get me in some fucking trouble. That Khazarian Mafia's watching you with the fallen angels and Nephilim. It's time to rid society's closet of all the skeletons. So let me just be crystal fucking clear and set a precedent. If Trump is proven part of it, then burn him with the rest of them. Anyone taking cookies out of Epstein's jar. Every Rachel Chandler handler in Epstein's car. And if he's really still alive, his judgment will come when he's mono with God. That's an Epstein bar. We gotta break the mind control of the secret societies that kept us locked in our perception.
That was fire.
So hold up, back up. Did he say? Did he make a Friends reference?
Listen, yeah, go back one more. All right, listen.
Me just be crystal fucking clear and set a precedent. If Trump is proven part of it, then burn him with the rest of them. Anyone taking cookies out of Epstein's jar. Every Rachel Chandler handler in Epstein's car. And if he's really still alive, his judgment will come when he's mono with God. That's an Epstein bar. We gotta break the mind control of these secret societies that kept us locked in our perception. Then they threw away the keys, making sure we never leave. And that everyone we see are incriminated, guilty celebrities on the screens who've been living double lives in the company of snakes, with the fucking balls to laugh at it right in front of our face. And it's hard when we grew up to love a lot of these stars, but it's time we see the monsters for exactly who they are. And fully cut ties with the idols of our youth, cause our childhood heroes have been hiding from the truth. But the reckoning is coming, ain't no running from the proof. So give every sick fuck at the pizzeria a noose. At the raw white parties, show up in black, pulling up the eyes wide shut in a ski mask. Kerosene in hand while I'm flicking a lit match, and burn it all down till it's nothing but ash. Raw thoughts.
This shit's hard.
You heard the movie that he referenced, right?
Which one? Which part? I'm sorry,
Okay.
I was lost in the sauce.
I know.
Fully cut ties with the idols of our youth, cause our childhood heroes have been hiding from the truth. But the reckoning is coming, ain't no running from the proof. So give every sick fuck at the pizzeria a noose. At the raw white parties, show up in black, pulling up the...
You ever seen the movie Eyes Wide Shut?
I think so.
You should. If you haven't, you should.
I think we have seen
It
that.
describes what happens at those elite parties.
Oh, no, I haven't seen that then. No.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar. Text me the name of that again.
Yeah, and the director is obviously gone, but this movie came out in like 90s, early 90s.
Really?
Yeah, and he was gone soon after.
Hold up, but they let the movie air.
Yeah, when you let the movie air, I mean, who's gonna believe it?
I guess.
Think about how much stuff is actually out there where they'll actually let you see it and
Then they snatch
and
it.
watch it. No. But the thing is, like, it's sometimes it seems so out of the realm that you kind of go, that's not real. That can't be true. You know, it's so outrageous and so wild, right? That you don't see it for what it actually is, where it could actually be like the real thing. So it's not until you start going back that you go, oh my God, it's been in front of us this entire time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you got to watch that movie. I'm not going to tell you anything of it. You just got to watch it.
All right.
Eyes wide shut in the ski mask. Kerosene in hand while I'm flicking a lit match. And burn it all down till it's nothing but ash. Raw thoughts. And now it's feeling like the whole world's cursed. The devil lurks while he ushers in this hell on earth. And a one world government's looming out in the distance. A new world order is coming for the resistance. While all we do is bicker till it's ripping us apart. As the globalists controlling us and stripping us for parts. While they reset the score on the brink of world war. As I look around, I don't recognize it anymore. Feel a wheeze from the geoengineering on the breeze. While they blocking out the sky right in front of us to see. Fucking with us with the frequencies of 5G. Interacting with the graphene from the vaccines. And the food that we eat is poisoned down to the seeds. Hard to even call it food when Pfizer's making the cheese. While the algorithm focused us on how we disagree. They've been building us a prison with digital IDs. So this ain't an act of violence, it's an act of defiance. It's a fucking middle finger to these pedophile tyrants. A reminder to the rebels who won't give them their compliance. When the pressure's on, never getting threatened into silence. And still hit the field while the home team's losing. Keep a cool head through the cries and confusion. Keep an open mind through the lies and illusions. And try to be a good human. So one last time, this the finale, put it to bed. Because after this, there won't be nothing left to be said. And I hope that after all of this, at least I made you think. That was always my intention for sharing what's in my head. It was never about the vision, I just needed y'all to listen. And wake the fuck up from this nightmare that we live in. So hate or love it if I got you to question the system. With all these raw thoughts, then I accomplished the mission. And the thoughts were my own. In a world where the loudest opposition is controlled. I don't claim to have the answer, really all I've ever known is I gotta speak on it if I feel it in my bones. I've been right about a lot of things, wrong about some others. Shadow banned and demonized, still I never stuttered. Cause from the very start, I just said what's in my heart. So one last time, raw thoughts, motherfucker.
He says one last time on a lot of Raw Thoughts.
I know.
He says that on a lot of them and still comes back out with another. But look, I like the way it did that last bit of cut in. Did you notice the scenes?
Yeah.
From the other Raw Thoughts?
Yeah.
That was pretty dope. Yeah. That was pretty fire. I'm going to shoot up.
Yeah, I'll yeah, there's so much. There's just so much.
There's so much in that. There's a lot in
I
that.
feel like what we just did with Ren, I feel like they should team up again.
Ren and Webby, yes. I would love to see another Ren and Token.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they should team up. You know what?
What?
Yeah, let's just go.
All right.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Let us know what y'all think of this. This is wild, but it's also true. I mean, to be fair, it's true. I mean,
whether you want to believe it or not.
Yeah, whether you want to believe it or not. I mean, like I said, if you're watching us, and specifically if you're following Webby, then you gotta feel some, at least similar to him, like some of the same way, like maybe to not the same extreme, maybe more extreme, but you gotta see the world for what it is, man. Like it's not like how it was 50 years ago, at least. And to be fair, even 50 years ago was still an illusion. I'm just saying, like,
yeah, but nowadays shit's a lot harder to hide.
Nowadays, exactly, it is a little bit harder to hide, but it's also a lot easier to manipulate.
And I kind of feel like that's why the whole thing with AI was released.
Yeah. So it's a lot.
Oh, that's not real.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to hide, but like I said, it's a lot easier to manipulate. So take that for what it is. Just make sure y'all come back to the channel.
For some of our
Keep
raw
watching.
thoughts.
All right. Then don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.
Deuces.